It's just me, skin and bone, taking every wrong turn I've been told. But I'm not lost, this is my road. I'm just taking the long way home.
So we're heading through Spain on our return journey. We just spent a couple of nights at a site, so quite a quiet couple of days. We decided to go to this site because I was giving a talk for the TABI organisation, which is Tarot Association of the British Isles, and I was giving a lecture on the life code deck. It was supposed to be a 2-hour lecture. So we decided to go to this site because it would be quiet and stable and I could concentrate. That would be good. And we got to the site and it was a lovely site, except that it had no phone signal and no Wi-Fi at all. One bar phone signal, which was not going to cut it for a 2-hour Zoom presentation. So we had to dash off on Saturday afternoon, where there was a big local football match on as well, to try and find a parking place that had Wi-Fi so I could give this presentation, which is not exactly the vibe I was looking for. But anyway, Geoff was amazing. He was in technical backup and managed to get me somewhere where we did have decent Wi-Fi, which was great. Anyway, so halfway through the presentation there was the most god almighty storm with thunder and hailstones that were hitting the van, and when you're in a van in a hailstone storm, trust me, it's loud. It was really loud. It was so loud I could hardly hear what they were saying. This is what a hailstorm sounds like in a camper van. So I think the weather might have slipped a bit. Anyway, added a little drama to proceedings, but it went really, really well and I loved it. And this is the first time that I've presented the life code and the life code theory and the system to anybody outside my circle, my students, or my fellow professionals. This is the first I'm taking it out into the wild, and I was really happy with how it went. It was really well received, thank goodness, and they were a lovely, lovely bunch, asked intelligent questions, and I really enjoyed it. So we're back on the road now. I've got 2 readings to do later today. It would have been nice to stay at that site and have a little swim in the pool, but sadly yesterday afternoon after the workshop in the storm, that would not have been possible. We came back to find our chairs full of water because we did the rookie mistake of not putting them over the table before we left. Anyway, chairs were all full of water, so couldn't do any swimming in the pool yesterday, and today we had to hit the road. We're off to Bilboa next, which I've been wanting to see. It's been on my visit list for a while. So that's where we're heading now. Look forward to seeing you there. Say bye-bye, Geoff.
Bilboa.
See you later. Bye. As you would have seen by the previous videos, we have just hit the storm thunderstorms, and we are here in Bilbao. And I have 3 readings to do. And the storm was biblical. I mean, we had hailstones, we had lots of ice hitting the windscreen. And then when we managed to find a parking space, which miraculously appeared before us, we had more hailstones, we had thunder that sounded like the wrath of God, and lightning. And I'm trying to do my readings with this god of noise. And Flynn is not normally nervous about thunderstorms at all. Kind of like charged into the back and pushed himself up against me like, oh my God, what's going on? So Geoff, once the rain abated while I was in one of my readings, went off on one of his scouting missions, and he found this place. And this place is amazing, an Irish pub in Spain that serves Mexican food. Not only that, we had carrot cake for pudding, and pretty good carrot cake as well. You've enjoyed it, haven't you, Geoff?
We have, though it's not Irish. The food wasn't Mexican, but it was really good anyway.
Well, the food was Mexican-ish.
There wasn't a bean inside.
There was not a bean in sight. It was mainly salad. Anyway, so we quite enjoyed it nonetheless. It's about as authentic as it can be. There is no Irish music, sadly.
Oh, that's right. That's the other thing. They don't play Irish music either.
No, they don't play Irish music.
They don't play music either. They were playing Frank Sinatra, Booker T and the MGs, and Oasis. Frank Sinatra I quite enjoyed, Booker T I loved, and then they ruined it with Oasis.
We're going to go back to the van soon. We've had our dinner. We found this park up, which is on a hill. It's going to be we're going to be slightly seasick because it's sloping like crazy, but it's the best we've got. There is a funicular. I love that word. Funicular.
Funicular.
There's a funicular that is going to take us apparently down the hill into the town. So we're going to explore that tomorrow. But I'll tell you what, man, if the weather is like it was when we arrived,
We're out of here.
well, we're not gonna go into town for sure. We'll see. We'll keep you posted.
From Bilboa.
Good morning. Well, we're grateful at least the rain has held off. It's still up after last night's tumultuous storm. We had breakfast in the Irish pub.
Croissants in the Irish
I know, which was good, and we were grateful for that. And we've come out into Bilbao, but as you can see, the weather's not awesome, but at least it's dry. So thank God for that. So it's okay.
Still with dark clouds above.
Yeah, interesting city, but I don't think it'd take us as long to walk round. I was thinking it would be a bit like Lisbon, but it isn't so much. But anyway, it's nice to be here, and yeah, we're looking forward to showing you around. I've just said to Geoff that I look like a chipmunk, and his response was, "Yes, but you're my chipmunk." So Doesn't make it better, does it? No. San Sebastian.
In a big square constitution is what it is.
We are.
The strong constitution square,
we-
which we'll need. Janis is going for it first.
I've gone for sangria. It may be unwise, but
But it almost certainly is unwise, especially we've got no idea what's in it.
we've got hardly any time left in Spain.
It turns out that when we did our research, sangria can be made from virtually anything.
It's true. We did research. So we've just had an interesting one of our Haves moments of madness, where we've done a 2-location day. So we went to Bilbao this morning, and then we'll spend the afternoon in San Sebastian. So we found a little parking space, which was great, by the river, and then we thought, well, we'll go and park somewhere. Oh, there's a beach somewhere, so we'll go and find the beach. And we drove for about half an hour.
3 times round the same.
Round and round and round.
Nearly
and round.
ran into a coach.
And I genuinely thought we'd come to a different town. I thought we were in a completely different town, and maybe it was just a suburb, or maybe it was a different area of San Sebastian. So we parked, and we found a park up for the night, which is great. We see the beach from where we've parked. And we walked all the way around the bay. It's an amazing bay. And then we walked back into the town, and as we walked back into the town that we thought was a different town, Geoff said, "You know this looks familiar. I'm sure we've been here before. And in 2 minutes' time, we were in exactly the same area that we've been walking around.
So we drove around for an hour, and
Drove
walked for
around
an
for an
hour,
hour.
and ended up in the same place as we were originally.
It's mad. We thought we were in a
We
different,
enjoyed every minute of it.
we thought we
Tell
were
me,
in a
Janis.
different town.
Tell
Yes,
me.
no, a different.
Go
We
on.
did. He had a great time. This is Victor's, and this is
They like tapas.
it's like tapas.
Instead of having it on the counter ready to go, it's stuff that you order from a menu.
Yes,
But
it's
it's still really
so-
small, really small.
It's really nice. Geoff's wine is called 22 Pies. Now,
22 pies.
we're not
That's
sure.
what I had.
We're not
That's
sure
nice. When I went out with Burnham Man in that time, we had 22 pies. Mind you, he did eat 21 of them himself.
Now, when I had my personal trainer Derek, whom I love very much,
Oh, your personal
my
trainer,
personal
Derek.
trainer Derek, who's an American and who
Of
was
course he was American.
amazing. And he told me that alcohol is the gateway drug to food. So maybe after a glass of this, you eat 22 pies.
Maybe.
Maybe that's the thing. So I'll check in with you tomorrow, and we'll see if Geoff's eaten 22 pies.
Pies are coming. All right.
He never misses an opportunity.
Bye for
Anyway,
now.
thank you.
Look.
Goodbye, guys. See you later. We came across this house as we were walking into Perrigue, and I was really excited. I said to Geoff, I've actually seen this before. It was one of the pictures that comes up when I start up my laptop. Thank you, Microsoft. Anyway, we had to look it up because there's no information about it at all. It just sits there completely at home, like it was the most normal thing in the world for there to be a weird house balanced on a wall. Anyway, so here you go. Thank you, Mr. Google. It's almost 700 years old, and it's called the Yashif, and it's a lookout for a toll bridge, and it's an oak timber frame building, and it was built in 1347. It's amazing. Anyway, it was such fun finding it, so happy to share that. We arrived at Perrigo, and it took us by surprise, as the best places always do. We've been exploring the town, and we realised that the town is having some kind of festival this evening. We're only here for the night, so we've walked into the town and found this fantastic little medieval old town, and apparently they're having a music festival, and all over the town there's music blaring out of top windows, and there's bands on all the way around the town, and the town is absolutely hopping with youngsters. We presume there must be a university or something nearby, but it's great. And walking around, things are getting more and more lively. We had a wonderful dinner. And the guy that was playing was the only performer we found in the town who was performing in French. Everybody else was doing normal pub classics, which was a bit of a disappointment, but he was singing in French. So we went in and we had a superb meal, but when we sat down, he decided that what's needed as the evening goes on is to swap to pub classics. So he came out of French and started doing things in English, which was, it's okay, but we were really enjoying him singing in French. Anyway, not to worry, it was a wonderful evening, and it was a lovely town, and we really enjoyed our visit. It's the capital of the Perigord region, and really fascinating.
Good morning.
Good morning. We're in Perigeux in the Dordogne, and I've been talking a lot recently about the storms we've been having. There's basically been a storm every single night for the last 4 or 5 nights, maybe. Yeah. But last night, I mean,
the mother of all storms.
We're hoping that's the big finale, like the last night of the proms, where it gets really, really loud, louder than you imagine it could be. Last night, we think we had the storm directly above us, and the lightning was so extreme. It was so powerful. Because I opened the van curtains to look outside, it was so blinding, it was almost impossible to look at it. The thunder was so loud. I actually started to get worried. Now, I'm not scared of thunderstorms, but it was so oppressive and so loud. It sounded like bombs going off. My God.
Anyway, now on the positive side, we're sitting here having breakfast
We are
with
safe.
some delicious fresh bread. Enough about the weather, Janis.
God, I know.
Enough about the weather.
I've been obsessed with the weather all trip.
Right,
All trip. But we've got one more day of sort of slightly cloudy, as you can see, cloudy weather. It's supposed to be sunny tomorrow for our last week. We're making our way back through France, and we'll be home soon. Probably in a week, maybe less, who knows. We're wending our way back. So we thought we'd just check in with you. We haven't planned our next stop today, but it will be somewhere in France.
There's a place for us, somewhere, a place for us.
Yes, there will be. So we're both of us pretty shattered this morning. We got hardly any sleep last night, so we're going to take an easy day. I've got 2 readings this morning and some work to do, so that's all right.
Yeah.
Geoff walked into town this morning, bought warm French bread. So all is well with the world. And we're having it with goat's cheese and fig jam. Get us.
See how French we've got.
I know. Ooh la la. Anyway, we'll keep you up to speed, and we will see you as always later.
Out there chasing rainbows, jumping over hedges, flying like a sparrow through the rain. I've been taking chances, losing my umbrella. I could grant your